The preceding program was paid broadcast. Any ideas, comments, and opinion expressed by the program hosts do not necessarily reflect the views and opinion of the station. The program and its producers are not affiliated with the station.
Good afternoon everyone. Magandang hapon po sa inyong mga sa ating mga tagapakinig, no, sa inyong lahat. Magandang hapon sa ating mga listeners sa 106.1 at sa atin pong mga viewers, no, sa Boracay Malay Streaming. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, no, Pastor Erwin de la Cruz, na maghahatid sa inyo ng isang mensahe sa hapong ito. At atin pong pag-aaralan sa hapong ito ay ang patungkol, no, sa ating purpose sa buhay. No? Why am I here? No? Bakit nga ba tayo nandito sa mundo? No? Ano nga bang reason, no? Why we are here? No? So before that, no, tayo po ay mag-pray muna. Let's pray. Lord God in heaven, Panginoon, kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa hapong ito. Salamat po sa pagkakataon na amin pong mapakinggan ang iyong salita. Panginoon, salamat po sa inyong kabutihan sa bawat isa sa amin, sa patuloy niyong pag-iingat at pagbibigay ng aming mga pangailangan. Salamat sa pagkakataon muli na amin pong marinig ang inyong salita. Lord, amin pong panalangin sa hapon ito na ikaw po ang magbigay ng katalinuhan sa bawat isang nakikinig. And paunahan mo po kami, Panginoon. Patawarin mo po kami sa aming pagkakasala at linisin mo po ang aming puso at isipan at nawa po ikaw po ang kumilos at kumilos sa puso ng bawat isa. Pangunahan mo po kami at amin pong dinudulog ang lahat ng ito sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen. Okay, no? Why am I here? Discovering your purpose in life. Sabi sa Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 11, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, He has put eternity into man's heart. The question everyone asks is, sooner or later, every thoughtful person has the same profound question. Yung mga nag-iisip, no, ng mga tao, dumadating sa point, no, na itatanong sa sarili itong mga katanungang ganito, no? Why am I here? Bakit nga ba ako nandito sa mundo? No? May mga pagkakataon sa ating buhay na tinatanong natin yung sa ating sarili, bakit nandito ako sa mundo? This is part, no, of our inquiry, no, kung tayo po'y nag-iisa, no, at atin pong naitatanong kung ano ang ating kabuluhan sa buhay. Does my life really matter? May kabuluhan nga ba ang aking buhay? No? Ano ba ang essence, no, ng aking existence? No? So, is there a deeper purpose for my existence? Meron bang malalim na purpose, no? Aking buhay. Why do I still feel empty even when I achieve success? Bakit na patuloy kong nararamdaman yung kawalan, no? Parang empty, no, yung aking puso. Kahit na alam ko naman sa sarili ko na I have achieved, no, mga success in life. Those are questions, no, na itatanong natin sa ating sarili pagka sa time, no, na tayo nag-iisa, no? And we come to the point, no, na may mga natanggap tayo na achievements or success, no, sa ating buhay, and yet we feel empty, no? So ito yung mga questions. So these are not merely religious questions. Hindi lang ito religious na mga katanungan. Ito ay katanungan ng tao, no? Madalas itong naitatanong, no? If we admit it or not, no? If we admit it na sa ating buhay, no, na whether, no, tayo'y successful, no, or may mga pagkakataon na nababalik balikan natin yung ating buhay, no, yung ating kung bakit tayo nandito sa mundo, no. So these are the questions, no. A wealthy businessman may ask, no. Pwedeng kahit yung mayaman na tao, no, pwedeng may tanong niya ito, no. Pagkatapos niyang marating yung pinaka, no, rurok ng tagumpay, no, ay maitatanong niya sa kanyang sarili, no, why am I here? Does my life really matter? So, pwedeng ang isang estudyante, no, a student may ask them while planning a future, no, sa kanyang buhay, no. Yung nagpaplano ng buhay, no. Isang estudyante na tinitingnan yung future, and then pwede niyang maitanong itong mga katanungan na ganito, no. Or a parent may ask them in the middle of family responsibilities, or sa isang parents na busy, no, isang pagkakataon sa kanyang buhay na ano yung purpose ng kanyang mga ginagawa, no? Habang busy siya, no, habang ginagawa niya yun, ginagampanan yung mga tungkulin araw-araw, pwedeng tumagi sa isip yun, yung mga katanungan na gano'n, no? Why am I here? Does my life really matter? Is there a deeper purpose to my existence? So those are questions, no, na hanggat hindi natin natatagpuan, nasusumpungan yung katotohanan, our hearts will always seek that meaning, no, ng ating existence sa ating buhay, no? Or it could be an elderly person may ask them when reflecting on life. Isang elderly na nagre-reflect sa kanyang buhay after na mahabang buhay niya sa mundo, no? Dumadating sa point na naisip mo yun when you are about to face death. So no matter who we are, there is an inner voice asking, kahit sino man tayo, no, meron talagang gantong inner voice sa ating puso, no, sa ating isipan, na nagtatanong, what is the meaning of all of this? Ano ba ang meaning? Ano ba ang kabuluhan? Anong ibig sabihin o ang kabuluhan ng buhay? So the universal search for meaning. People search for purpose in many places. So kaya nga ang tao ay hinahanap ito, no? In different places, hinahanap itong emptiness na ito. Kung ano nga ba talaga yung makakapuno, no, ng emptiness na yun, no? Vacuum, no, na parang mayroong empty space sa puso, no, na hinahanap. So people could search for purpose in many places, like number one, sa career. Success sa career. That's why we strive, no? That's why we chase career, no? Na magkaroon ng magandang trabaho, no? So, career success, no? Ito yung mga places na kung saan hinahanap itong meaning ng buhay, no? But even those who have find success in career, dumadating pa rin sa point, no, na empty pa rin yung buhay, no? At naitatanong pa rin sa sarili na ano nga ba talaga yung kahulugan ng buhay? Bakit ako nandito sa mundo? Or it could be money and possessions. You chase money, you chase possessions, mga ari-arian, no, at pera. Pero marami nang nakarating na rin dito sa tuktok ng tagumpay, no, ng pagkakaroon ng maraming pera at maraming ari-arian. Even Elon Musk, no, ay nagsabi nito, no, na matalino yung taong nagsabi, no, na hindi mapupunan ng pera yung ating kasiyahan. So even he himself na maraming pera, no, and the number one richest man on this planet, ay nagsabi, no, na money cannot buy happiness. So some people, no, find this in money and possessions. Even in romantic relationships, no, yung meaning ng life, hanapin mo sa romantic na relationship. So even people who have achieved, who have uh, gone far no sa mga ganitong bagay no ay naitatanong pa rin sarili what is the meaning of my existence. Fame and recognition, yung pagiging sikat and ma-recognize. No? So even those people no, na sabi mong sikat na no at nagtagumpay na ay hinahanap pa rin itong kasiyahan, no? Yung happiness sa buhay, yung kasi they don't feel like fulfilled, no? Dumarating pa rin sa point na there's something missing no, sa kanyang puso natin na itatanong yung why am I here? No? Bakit ako nandito sa mundo? Ano bang purpose ng aking buhay? If we were going to ask those who have achieved no, itong money, fame, wealth, no, possessions, and all of this, no, dumarating pa rin sa point ng kanilang buhay na nararamdaman nila yung emptiness. So these things can be good. Itong mga nabanggit natin, ito ay mga good ito, no? But they cannot satisfy the deepest needs of the human heart. Ito ay hindi naman ito bad, no? At we can have this no sa ating buhay because this is blessings, no? But kung ito lang yung bagay na para sa atin ay pinaka-importante, then we miss the point. No? So these things can be good, but they cannot satisfy the deepest needs of the human heart. Many famous and successful people have admitted no, itong bagay na ito. No? Despite achieving everything they once dreamed of, they still feel empty inside. Mayroon akong napakinggan na testimony no, ng isang artista no, na sabi niya na narating ko na yung lahat. Meron naman akong pera. Meron akong no, sikat ako. No? And I have everything. No? I can buy things na dati hindi ko nabibili. Ngayon, I can buy all of them. But, bakit ganun? I still feel empty sa aking puso. So many famous and successful people have admitted that despite achieving everything they once dreamed of, they still felt empty inside. Marami, no? Marami tayong narinig. We can name them. Na mga artistang narating na yung tagumpay. No? And yet, sabi nila, meron pa ring emptiness sa puso. Meron pa ring hinahanap yung kanilang puso. Until such time na in-invite sila no, sa isang Bible study at nasabi nila sa sarili na ito na lang talaga yung hindi ko pa nasusubukan. Ang bagay no, na spiritual. No? At yun nga, no, sinubukan nila and by the grace of God, yun pala yung hinahanap nila. No? Natagpuan nila yung kanilang hinahanap. Matagal nang hinahanap no, sa kanilang buhay. Because human beings were created for something greater than temporary accomplishments. Kasi ang tao ay talagang nilikha ng Panginoon hindi masatisfy yung ating puso ng mga ganitong bagay. Because we are created no, to have relationship sa Panginoon. The human beings were created for something greater than temporary accomplishments. Ang Bible no, ay nagpapaliwanag patungkol dito that we were made for eternal purpose. And until we discover that purpose, life can feel incomplete. Until no, hanggang sa madiscover natin itong bagay na ito, we cannot have no, fulfilled no, na buhay. Number one, you are not an accident. The evidence of design. When we look at the universe, we see remarkable order. Makikita natin yung order no, sa mundo. Even the universe, how it was organized, no, and it was so systematic. Yung ating solar system, yung ang mundo kung paano ito gumagalaw, kumikilos sa kanyang orbit, umiikot sa sun. makikita natin yung order, no? At doon pa lang ay malalaman natin, no, na meron talagang intelligent na creator, no? So, when we look at the universe, we see remarkable order. The earth is perfectly positioned to support life. Yung earth, hindi siya masyadong malayo sa sun to freeze, at hindi siya masyadong malapit to burn, no? To be burned up, na para masunog siya. Hindi siya ganun kalayo na maging sobrang lamig, no? Hindi siya sobrang malapit sa sun, no, sa araw, na masusunog siya. Doon lang siya sa tamang location, no, na kung saan ay makasupport ng human life. So that's incredible, no? That's amazing na precision ng Panginoon. So that alone, no, could have us think na mayroon talagang intelligent designer, no, yung ating mundo. Kasi kung lumayo lang ng konti yung mundo, no, ay halos, no, magkakaroon ng yelo, yung mapipris yung buong mundo, no, dahil malayo sa sun, hindi mamimelt ng araw. Or kung masyado namang malapit, ay masusunog ito sa sobrang init ng araw. So imagine that alone, no, ay nasa isip yun ng Panginoon nung nilikha niya yung mundo. So the human body, no, not only the earth, but also the human body is incredibly complex. Yung mata ng tao, no, pagkasilang sa sanggol, di pa yan nakakakita. Siguro probably mga ilang months pa. Because during that time, yung mga nerve endings, no, ay hahanapin niya yung kapares niya doon. At pusa yun silang magdudugtong, na in few months after ng pagkasilang sa bata, no, ay unti-unti na siya magkaroon ng vision. Imagine that probably, no, thousands ng mga nerve endings na magmet, at para magdugtong-dugtong ang mga yon para makakita yung isang baby, no, ay napakagaling, di ba? It cannot be something that evolve, no, na nag-evolve lang. Kasi doon pa lang makikita mo na yung incredible na complex ng design ng human body. Yung ating mga bones, no? At kung paano kumilos yung ating katawan, paano mag-react, no? Like for example, no, na kasagi ka ng mainit, no, yung response ay, no, napakabilis lang, no, magre-restro sa utak, and then bigla mong tatanggalin mo yung part ng katawan mo na sumayad doon sa no, or napasok. So, di ba, doon pa lang yung complexity ng design ng tao, makikita mo. So, the human body is incredibly complex, na hindi pa ito, wala pang naka-create, wala pang inventor na naka-disenyo ng kagaya ng tao, na kagaya ng tao. Although ngayon meron ng mga humanoid, no, ng mga robots, AIs, no, but it still, no, cannot copy the movement, the mind, everything that we humans have, no? Hindi pa yun kayang kopyahin, no? Yung memory, yung reactions, paano gumalaw, no? Lahat ng yun is incredible, no, na complex ng human body. Yung ating DNA, no, contains vast amounts of information. Nandun lahat yung ating information, yung height mo, yung color ng skin, yung mata mo, yung ilong mo, nandun nakadetalye yung information sa ating DNA that contains vast amounts of information. Diba? Doon pa lang makikita mo na yung complexity ng human body. Our minds can reason, no? Of all, no, sa mga creation ng Panginoon, tayo lang yung may reasoning ability. We can imagine and we can create, no? Pwede tayong mag-design ng cars, ng lahat, no, na invention ngayon ay nanggagaling sa mind na nag-design. No? So our minds can reason, can imagine, and can create. Yung mga mechanical engineers, industrial engineers, no? Those are designer, no, and inventor, yung mga scientists, mga nag-invent, no? Those are intelligent people na makikita mo talaga yung galing, no, ng pag-create ng Panginoon sa ating mind. So this reality suggests intentional design. No? If you see a building, you assume there is an architect, di ba? Pag may nakita tayong building, mag-assume ka na merong magaling na architect yan. Or isang painting, you assume there was an artist. Hindi naman pwedeng yung isang Mona Lisa dyan, no, ay likha ng evolution, no, likha ng accident na nagresulta ng pagkalikha ng painting na yun, di ba? A book, no, you assume there was an author. So kahit sa mga makikita natin, TV, electric fan, computer, those are things na merong gumawa. So likewise, no, the complexity and beauty of life point to an intelligent creator. Sabi sa Psalm 139 verse 14, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. The phrase fearfully and wonderfully made means that human beings are crafted with astonishing wisdom and care. So tayo ay nilikha, no? Kaya nga yung ating human body, kung anong meron sa yung mga elements na meron sa ground, meron din sa ating body, like zinc, like iron, potassium, maraming mga elements na makikita sa lupa na makikita din sa ating katawan. Kaya astonishing, no? Talagang we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Dahil yung tao ay crafted siya, no, with astonishing wisdom and care. Your heartbeat, your mind, your personality, and your capacity to love are not random accidents. So those are not random accidents na nangyari dahil sa isang evolution. It cannot be. No? So what this means for you? Anong ibig sabihin nito sa iyo? No? If God created you, then your life has meaning. Dahil ginawa ka ng Panginoon, ito yung ibig sabihin nun, yung implications nun, na we are created. Dahil ginawa tayo ng Panginoon, then, therefore, no, ang buhay mo ay merong kabuluhan. May purpose. Your existence is intentional. Nandito ka sa mundo dahil sa Panginoon. Dahil ginusto niya na nandito ka ngayon. So it was His intention to create you and for you to be here, no, sa mundong ito. Hindi yun accident, no, na of all the people, no, of all the, di ba? Kahit yung sa pag-conceive sa atin ng ating magulang, no, diba, napakaraming doon na nag-contest, no, papunta doon sa yung pagkabuo ng isang bata, no, yung fetus. Paano nabuo yun? Diba? It was so complex. And yet here you are, no? Healthy at nandito ka, no, nakikinig ka ngayon. So your life has meaning. Your existence is intentional and you possess inherent dignity. So you were made for a reason. Ginawa ka sa isang rason, no? May reason kung bakit nandito ka ngayon. So no matter what others may have told you, you are not worthless, you are not a mistake, and you are not insignificant. May mga batang naisilang out of wedlock, no? Hindi siya pinlano dahil nag-aaral pa, no? Yung mga nanay probably nila, tatay, no? Hindi siya pinlano, and then nung pinanganak na, no, sasabihan yung anak na, kung hindi ka dumating sa aming buhay marahil, no, ay naging successful kami. So you're a mistake. Yung mga masasakit no, ng mga salita. Maybe nandito ka ngayon at isa kaso na sa napagsabihan ng ganun. But sa Panginoon, no matter what others have told you, you are not worthless. You are fearfully and wonderfully made by God. You are not a mistake, no? Nandito ka sa mundo ngayon, no? Hindi, kahit pasabihin natin na nagkamali yung parents mo, no? Out of hindi nila pinlano. Pero kahit hindi ka nila pinlano ka ng Panginoon. You are worthy, no? Na maisilang sa mundong ito. You are not insignificant. Mahalaga ka. And you were created by a wise and loving God. So, nandito ka sa hapong ito, no, at maybe nakarinig ka ng mga masasakit na salita. You are loved by God. At nandito ka ngayon because it was God's intention, no, na maisilang ka. You were created by a wise and loving God. Number 2, no, the human heart longs for meaning. Sabi dito sa Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 11, He has put eternity into man's heart. So this verse explains something universal. Human beings instinctively feel that life should have lasting significance. So itong verse na to, no, nagpapaliwanag ng isang bagay na universal, no, pangkalahatan. Human beings instinctively feel that life should have lasting significance. Sa atin, no, as human beings, we have this, no, sa ating puso. Nilagay ito ng Panginoon sa ating puso. Instinctively, ramdam natin, no, na yung buhay ay meron siyang lasting na significance. Because we are designed for eternity. We want love that endures, di ba? Gusto natin ng forever na love, di ba? Justice that prevails. Gusto natin ng hustisya. Diba sinisigaw natin yun pagka we are treated unfairly, unjustly. We want justice to prevail. Pero dito sa mundo, hindi naman tumahanap ito yung mga nahanap natin. Yung justice. We cannot fully have justice. Merong partial na justice, yung ating law of the land, yung ating government, but yung full payment talaga ng yung exact talaga na pagbabayad ng mga dapat bayaran ay yung justice ng Panginoon ay gagawin niya ito sa presensya niya. What else? Hope that survives suffering. So in our human heart, meron ito, no? Yung pag-asa, no, na malampasan itong mga suffering. Meaning that outlast death. Yung kahulugan ng buhay na it can go beyond, no, sa death. And that is eternity, no? Purpose ng ating buhay. So we are not satisfied with the idea that life is merely a brief biological accident. Diba, hindi naman tayo masatisfy ng explanation na yung ganun lang yung buhay, no? Na aksidente ka nitong nandito sa mundo, tapos mamamatay ka, and then after that, wala na. No. We are not satisfied with that answer, no? With the idea that life is merely a brief biological accident. So, diba, we human being, we are longing for something like that goes beyond, no, sa ating lifetime. Because that's how we have been created. So when you feel hunger, it points to the existence of food. When you feel thirst, it points to the existence of water. When you feel the longing for purpose, it points to the possibility that you were made for something beyond this world. So we long for that. That is why, no, dapat natin mahanap ito ngayon pa lang. So why success alone cannot satisfy? Bakit nga ba kahit yung success cannot satisfy? If money were enough, no, wealthy people would never feel empty. Di ba? Kung pera ang reason na masatisfy yung tao, then rich people will dance on the street. No? Mga taong mayayaman, magiging masaya to sila. No? And they will feel satisfied. But no, the more pa nga na yung mayaman yung tao, the more pa nga yung emptiness sa puso. So if leisure were enough, entertainers would never struggle with despair. But even so, no, kahit yung mga entertainers, may mababalitaan tayong nagtangkang kunin yung sariling buhay. Why? Because of despair. If fame were enough, celebrities would never experience depression. At kahit yung mga celebrities ay hindi exempted sa depression. At actually, mas marami pa nga sa kanila no, na merong ganito. Diba? Kung yun lang yung satisfaction ng buhay at yung meaning ng life. But a lot of them have this sickness. No? To the human soul, desires something deeper than material success. It longs for God. Kahit ano pa yung maabot ng tao. Kaya nga si Solomon sinabi niya, no? Si Solomon, napaka talinong king, no? Na nabuhay sa mundo, and matalino siya, no? Na hari, no? Pinakamatalino. No? At siya ay nagsulat ng libro din sa Bible. Sinabi niya no, sa Book of Ecclesiastes na all is vanity. Vanity, vanity, all is vanity. Ang lahat ng ito ay walang kabuluhan. It's just like grasping the wind. Yung money, yung fame, yung possessions, yung wealth, relationships, meron siyang lahat ng yun. But at the end of his life, sinabi niya, itong mga lahat ng ito ay walang kwenta, walang kabuluhan. So, he's the wisest man and he knows, he experienced all of this and yet he said, all is vanity. Because yung ating puso, no, hanggat hindi natin natatagpuan ng Panginoon, we cannot find the real meaning of our existence. The purpose is found in knowing your Creator. Understanding the Maker's design. So, dapat ito yung malaman natin. No? The best way to understand a product is to consult its designer. Diba? The best way to know your Ford Ranger, diba? Dapat pumunta ka dun sa kay Henry Ford o kung sino mang representative nila no? Na nag-create ng car. Pagka nasira yung refrigerator mo, yung Philips yung brand, din doon ka rin pumunta sa nag-create. So the best way to understand a product is to consult its designer. Para maintindihan mo yung product, dapat i-consult mo yung designer. A phone includes a manual from its manufacturer. Di ba bago tayo bumili? Pag bumibili tayo ng mga phone, mayroon yung manual, refrigerator, electric fan, or whatsoever, no? Mga gadgets, ay meron niyang kasamang manual no, kung paano gamitin. So human beings also have the maker and the one who created us explains our purpose. So in order for us to know our purpose, dapat makilala natin yung creator na gumawa sa atin because he is the one who is knowledgeable of why he has created us. John chapter 17 verse 3, this is eternal that they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom you have sent. So according to the Bible, the greatest purpose of life is to know God personally. So according to the Bible, no, sinasabi ng Bible na ang pinaka, no, greatest na purpose ng buhay ay para makilala ang Panginoon personally. What it means to know God? Knowing God is more than acknowledging His existence. Pag sinabi nating makilala yung Panginoon, it's more than acknowledging His existence. It means understanding His character. It means experiencing His love. or it means it means trusting his wisdom, and lastly walking in relationship with him. Ito yung ibig sabihin ng knowing God. You understand, malaman mo yung kung ano yung karakter niya, anong gusto niya, anong hindi niya gusto, anong makapagpapasaya sa kanya, anong makakapagpalungkot sa kanya. Understanding his character. Ano ba siya? Matalino ba siya? Loving ba siya? Ano ba siya? So, understanding his character, we must understand our Creator. The one who designs us. Next is experiencing His love. Dapat ma-experience natin yung love. And we trust His wisdom and we walk in relationship with Him. So, purpose is not merely what you do. Purpose begins with whom you know. Ang purpose ay hindi lang ito yung ating ginagawa, but yung purpose ay magsisimula pagka nakilala na natin ang Panginoon. Without knowing God, kung hindi natin kilala ang Panginoon, even impressive achievements can feel hollow. Kahit yung pinakamagandang achievements na na-achieve mo sa buhay, kahit nagkaroon ka dyan ng PhD, doctor in philosophy ka or doctor ka sa iyong field ng study mo, kung ano man ang career mo sa buhay, kahit nag-doctorate ka ba dyan, ikaw ang pinakamatalino. Kung wala kang Panginoon, you cannot feel the importance of it. When you know God, every part of life gains meaning. Pagka nakilala mo yung Panginoon, ay nagkakaroon ng halaga itong at nagkakaroon ng significance at ng meaning, kahulugan yung buhay natin. So why life often feels empty? Bakit nga ba palaging ganito yung nararamdaman ng tao, yung emptiness? The problem of separation from God. The Bible teaches that humanity has turned away from God. So kaya tayo nakakaramdam ng emptiness kasi ang tao ay nawalay sa Panginoon. So this moral rebellion is called sin. Nawalay tayo sa Panginoon dahil sa kasalanan. Na-separate tayo because of sin. That's how the Bible explains it. Sin includes pride, dishonesty, yung pagiging mayabang natin, yung dishonesty, yung self-centeredness, yung ating lust of the flesh, bitterness, hatred, rebellion against truth. So, this is what we call sin. At itong kasalanan na ito yung kaya nakakaramdam tayo ng emptiness. Kaya nakakaramdam tayo ng kawalang halaga ng buhay. Because of this. So because of sin, people experience guilt. Experience mo ng guilt, experience mo ng fear, broken relationships, restlessness, and inner emptiness. So dahil ito sa kasalanan na meron ang tao. So the deepest problem is our greatest problem is not lack of money, lack of education, or opportunity. Our greatest problem is separation from the God who created us. So itong reason why we feel empty inside. Because we have been separated from the one who created us. We try everything. We try success. We try money, we try vices, we try everything on this planet that human can do or can try. But none of this can fully satisfy the longing of man's heart. So trying to fill that void with success or pleasure is like trying to satisfy thirst with seawater. Nakaranas ka na bang mauhaw tapos yung mag-satisfy ng uhaw mo yung tubig dagat? You cannot. Kahit ubusin mo pa yung tubig, mas lalo ka pang uuhawin niyan. Diba? It may seem promising but it leaves you more empty than before. Those things will leave you more empty. The more you go at the peak of life, kasi pag nasa peak ka ng life, konti na lang yung tao doon eh. Konti na lang yung makaka-relate sa'yo, konti na lang yung ilan-ilan lang yun eh. Kaya sa isang lugar, like for example, no? Tapos hindi pa kayo nagkakakilala. Hindi rin kayo magkakausap. Hindi mo rin sila hindi ka rin magkakaroon ng relationship sa kanila. So, kaya nga, no? Pag narating mo yung top na yun, more ang loneliness, more ang emptiness. Kasi akala natin yun yung magbibigay ng satisfaction, but no, it can't. No? So Christianity is not merely about trying to fill that void ng success. With success or pleasure is like trying to satisfy yung ating thirst ng sinabi ko kanina, salt water. You cannot be satisfied by that. Next is God has made a way back to Himself. The heart of Christianity. So Christianity is not merely about rituals, traditions, or moral improvement. And at its center is the message that God loves humanity and entered history through Jesus Christ. So what Jesus did, anong ginawa ni Jesus Christ? According to the New Testament, Jesus lived a sinless life. He taught with unparalleled wisdom. Ito yung ginawa ni Jesus Christ. He performed miracles. Nag-perform siya ng miracles. He was crucified. Pako sa cross. No? He was crucified under Roman authority. He rose from the dead. And He offers forgiveness and eternal life. Sabi sa John 3:16, For God so loved the world that He gave His only Son. The resurrection of Jesus is the foundation of Christian hope. So if Jesus truly rose from the dead, then He uniquely answers the most important questions about life, death, and eternity. So dahil si Jesus Christ ay nag-resurrect, nabuhay muli. So nasagot niya itong patungkol sa yung question patungkol sa kamatayan at sa eternity. Because He rose from the dead, walang power yung death sa Kanya. And because He rose from the dead, ang lahat ng mga hinahanap natin, like justice, ng love, gusto natin yung forever na love, ay nandun sa Kanya because He's eternal. So your life can have new beginning. When a person trusts Christ, life gains new meaning. Kung ang tao ay ikilala sa Panginoon, magkakaroon siya ng meaning yung life niyan. Magkakaroon ng proper na pag-intindi sa mga bagay sa mundo. What God offers is forgiveness for past sins. Ano ba yung pagkakalob ng Panginoon? Forgiveness for past sins. Peace with God. So magkakaroon ka na ng kapayapaan sa puso. At ikaw at ang Panginoon, magkakaroon ka ng peace with God and freedom from guilt and a new identity and a transformed life and hope beyond death. Ito yung mabibigyan niya ng explanation. Freedom from guilt. Kasi nga, pinatawad ka na niya. New identity, nagkaroon ka na ng bagong ikaw, So alam mo na kung saan ka patungo, bakit ka ginawa ng Panginoon, dahil alam mo yung identity mo, kung sino ka. Diba? You are created by God and you are for God. And then a transformed life. Dahil doon, matransform na yung buhay mo. Magsimulang magbago. At makikita mo na yung mga bagay in the way God look at it. Hindi naman perfect, but somehow kung anong ipinahayag niya sa Bible ay malalaman natin. So there would be a transformed life and hope beyond death. So meron ka ng perspective, what is life after death. So a new purpose, your life becomes centered on. So dahil nakilala mo na si Jesus Christ, may bago ka ng identity. Ito na yung susunod na mangyayari. You know, or you start knowing God. And then you grow in character. You love others. You serve with compassion. You live with eternal hope. Kasi alam mo na yung pinanggalingan mo eh. Sinong nag-create sa'yo, o para saan ikaw, no? Para saan yung buhay mo. Diba? So, nagkaroon na ng meaning yung buhay mo. So, no past failure is too great for God's grace. Kahit yung mga past na failure mo, if you feel like you are nothing, you are worthless because of your past. Sa forgiveness ng Panginoon, dahil pinatawad ka na ng Panginoon, no past failure is too great for God's grace. Then those guilt will be removed, no? And you will have a new life with God. So what is your purpose? Your purpose is number 1, know the God who created you. Kilalanin ang Panginoon na naglikha sa iyo. Your highest purpose is a relationship with your Creator. Diba sabi sa Colossians chapter 1 verse 16, you are created for Him and by Him. Para sa Panginoon, nilikha ka niya, no? At para sa Kanya, no? Yung reason bakit ikaw ay nilikha niya. Bakit ikaw nandito sa mundo. So your highest purpose is relationship with your Creator. Know the God who created you. This is the most, no? Ito yung pinakapundasyon ng lahat ng yun. Because kung meron ng simula, alam mo na kung sinong nag-create sa iyo, paano nagsimula ang buhay mo, then alam mo na to go forward. What else? What is your purpose? Reflect His character, to live with honesty, compassion, and justice and love. So, your purpose is to live with honesty. Na mabuhay na honest. Because God knows you. God is omniscient. He knows everything. So, dapat mamuhay tayo ng honest. May compassion, may pagmamahal, justice and love. And then what else? What is your purpose? Love and serve others. Your purpose is to expand. Purpose expands when your life benefits those around you. Ang ating purpose ay mag-expand kung yung ating buhay ay may halaga, no, sa ibang tao. Yung nakakagawa ka ng mabuti sa iba. Diba? Doon mo makikita yung purpose. Doon mo malalaman na ito pala yung purpose ng buhay ko, maging blessing sa iba. Seek and embrace truth. Truth gives direction and stability. So ito pa yung isang purpose, no? To seek and embrace truth. To seek truth and to embrace truth. Truth gives direction and stability. Diba? Pagka nabubuhay ka ng honest, you are stable. Alam mo kung saan ka patungo, you are stable. No? May direction yung buhay mo. So, seek and embrace truth. When you know truth, alam mo yung katotohanan, confident ka. Kasi alam mo na namumuhay ka sa katotohanan. So, yun yung isang purpose, isa sa mga purpose ng ating buhay. And lastly, prepare for eternity. So, this life, itong life na ito ay temporary. And pag tayo ay nawala, actually, ang death is the doorway to eternity. And each one will be forever either in hell or forever or in eternity in the presence of God. So what happens if you ignore this question? Ano bang mangyayari if you ignore this question? It is possible to be busy, successful, respected, and financially secure and still miss the ultimate purpose of life. Pwede kasing busy ka tapos successful, respected ka ng tao, financially secure ka, pero you miss the ultimate purpose of life. So, what does, sabi ng Mark chapter 8 verse 36, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? So, anong kwenta na ang tao ay maangkin niya yung lahat ng mga bagay dito sa mundo, pero mawawala yung kanyang kaluluwa. So, at the end of life, the most important question will not be, how much did you earn? Magkano nga bang kinita mo? At the end of life, pag nasa deathbed ka na, may halaga pa ba yan? How famous were you? Ito ba yung magiging ano? So at the end of life, hindi ito yung mga importanteng question. Or what possessions did you accumulate? Ano nga bang mga pag-aari ang meron ka? These are not the questions if kung ang buhay mo ay matatapos. So the question will be, did you know the God who created you? Ito yung tanong. Kilala mo ba ang Panginoon na naglikha sa iyo? So how to begin your search? Paano nga ba magsisimula sa pag-search ng creator ng buhay? If you sincerely want to discover your purpose, number 1, read the gospel, the book of the Bible. Read especially yung book of John. You start reading it for you to know, to discover your purpose ng buhay. Because in the book of John, makikilala mo yung Messiah. Number 2, ask honest questions. You ask yourself honest questions. Pray even if you are unsure God exists, and examine the historical evidence for Jesus. Seek truth with humility and openness, because God welcomes sincere seekers. So if you are seeking truth, you ask yourself questions. Why are you here? You are not an accident. Your life has meaning. Your heart was designed for eternity. And your deepest purpose is found in knowing the God who created you. So and that purpose becomes clear through Jesus Christ. Itong purpose natin ay magiging clear lang ito kung nakilala natin si Jesus Christ. So if you are searching for meaning, you may pray, God, if you are real, reveal yourself to me. Show me why I am here. Forgive my sins and lead me into the purpose you created me for. So these are the prayer you should pray when you want to find or to search for your purpose in life. So dito na lang tayo, salamat, at I hope na itong ating mensahe sa hapong ito ay nakapagbigay sa atin ng mga paalalan at kaalaman kung paano natin makikilala ng Panginoon at malaman yung purpose ng ating buhay. So you start, if you want to know your purpose in life, you start with God. You start with the one who created you. Kung makilala mo na yung creator mo, then you know where to go. Mula doon, onward, alam mo na kung paano yung pagsimula. Kung alam mo, kung kilala mo yung lumikha sa'yo. Because when you know God, you will know your directions, your destination. Pero kung hindi mo pakilala yung Panginoon, then really very hard. You will always end up empty ang inyong puso. So thank you so much, and I hope na you learn from this message, and I hope to see you sa susunod nating program dito sa ating radio sa 106.1. Tomorrow, alas 6 hanggang alas 7 ay meron tayong program, counseling sa radio. Okay, salamat sa ating mga nanood at nakinig sa ating program. Thank you so much. Okay, so every alas 3 ng hapon. So Pastor Gideon Nanet, magandang hapon sa iyo, and God bless. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, so hanggang dito na lang, and see you tomorrow alas 6 hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa ating counseling sa radio. Thank you so much.